Hello students, today let us discuss the fourth module, that is transportation problem. Coming to the introduction of the transportation problem, it is a special class of LPP, that is linear programming problem, and its main objective is to minimize the cost. Minimize the cost of what? Minimize the cost of transporting products from different sources, that is factories, maybe number of factories, to different destinations, that is warehouses. So while transporting a product from different sources to different destinations, it has to satisfy both the supply limits and as well as demand requirements. So supply limit is concerned to the sources and demand requirement is concerned with the destinations. So the supply capacity of the sources, here in this case factories, must be equal to the demand requirements of the warehouses. So in such case, we call it as a balanced transportation problem. I repeat, so the main objective of transportation problem is to minimize the cost of transporting a product from number of sources to number of destinations while satisfying both the supply limits and as well as demand requirements. And supply limits in case of sources and demand requirements in case of number of destinations. When the supply capacity is equal to the demand requirement, this is called balanced transportation problem, and when the supply capacity is not equal to the demand requirement, this is called unbalanced transportation problem. So these are the two kinds of transportation problem that we come across generally. So that is balanced transportation problem and unbalanced transportation problem. Balanced where the supply capacity is equal to the demand requirements, and in case of unbalanced where the supply capacity of the number of sources will not be equal to the demand requirements of the number of destinations. Let us take an example to understand the balanced and unbalanced transportation problem. For example, if the supply capacity of factory 1 is 100 units and the demand requirement of a warehouse is also 100 units, then it is called as a balanced transportation problem. And in case if either supply may be less than demand or supply may be greater than demand, in both the cases we call it as an unbalanced transportation problem. Let us see an example. If the supply capacity of factory 1 is 80 units whereas the demand requirement is 100 units, so this is unbalanced transportation problem whereas supply is less than the demand. And in case of the second one, wherein the supply is greater than the demand requirement, so this is also an example of unbalanced transportation problem wherein the supply units are greater than the demand requirements. You are going to understand in clear when we see the network representation of the transportation problem. So what is the meaning of a transportation problem? A transportation problem is the one where its main objective is to transport various quantities of commodities or products from different sources to different destinations while satisfying both supply limits and demand requirements, and ultimately in order to minimize the cost. So this is an introduction and meaning regarding the transportation model. And next let us understand the network representation of a transportation problem. Let us understand network representation. See here, we have source 1. I can also call it as factory 1. And we have source 2. I can also call it as factory 2. And here we have destination 1 destination 2 and destination 3. We can also take it as warehouse 1, warehouse 2 and warehouse 3. So this line represents the cost of transporting a commodity from source 1 to destination 1. I repeat, this line represents the cost of transporting a product or a commodity from source 1 to destination 1. And this line represents the cost of transporting a commodity from source 1 to destination 2. And this line is representing the cost of transporting a commodity from source 1 to destination 3. And next, the same goes for the second source. This line represents the cost of transporting a commodity from source 2 to destination 1, and this line represents the cost of transporting a commodity from source 2 to destination 2, and this line is going to represent the cost of transporting a commodity from source 2 to destination 3. So in this way we are going to represent the network representation of a transportation model. I repeat, here we have two sources and we have three destinations, and these lines represents the costs of transporting a commodity from source 1 to destination 1, source 2 to destination 1, and likewise. So this is the network representation of a transportation model. And now let us understand the tabular representation of a transportation problem. See, this is the tabular representation of a transportation problem. See, here we have two sources and we have two destinations. Whenever I write S and D, it is sources and destination. So these rows represent the source 1, and this row represent the source 2, and this column represent destination 1 and destination 2. Here they have given the supply in terms of units. So supply is 50 units and 30 units. That means it is the supply capacity of source 1 and supply capacity of source 2. And here demand, they have given 25 units. That means destination 1 is demanding 25 units and destination 2 is demanding 45 units. So these numbers represent the demand requirements and these numbers represents the supply capacity of the sources. And here we come across 15, 30, 30 and 40. All the numbers in these cells represents the cost of transporting. So cost of transporting a unit or a product from source to destination. So these numbers represents the cost of transporting a commodity from source to destination. And I would like to explain one more thing here. See, the supply capacity of source 1 is 50 units and supply capacity of source 2 is 30 units. When we add together, it will be 80 units, and demand requirement of D1 is 25 units and demand requirement of D2 is 45 units. When we add together, how much it becomes? 45, 55, 65 and 70. So here total demand is 70 and supply is 80. Now, what kind of transportation problem is it? Here, the demand is less than the supply, so it is an unbalanced transportation problem. In case, if it was, for example, 45 and 35. If it was 35, then it would have been demand is 80 units and supply is 80 units. So it would be balanced transportation problem. Yes, have you understood? So this is the tabular representation of a transportation model. This column represents the supply capacity of source 1 and source 2, and this represents the demand requirements of D1 and D2, and the numbers in these four cells represents the cost of transporting a unit or a product from source to destination. First, when we are given the problem, we have to compare the total supply capacity and the demand requirement. If D is equal to S, we call it as a balanced transportation problem. And if D is either less or more than S, that means demand is either less or more than supply, then we call it as an unbalanced transportation problem. So till now we have covered the meaning, introduction, the network representation and the tabular representation of a transportation problem. And in the next video,